Yeah, folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Victoria 3 as China! We are, I don't know, I think we're going okay. It's hard to know. Still really desperate to do a big, giant, kick-ass war. I mean, in general. In general, there's not really a lot of... okay, for some nations, there's a lot of impetus for doing war, but a lot of times I feel in Vicky, there's just better things to do, you know? And maybe it's a lesson that more people in the world need to hear, but... I think that's very true here as China. The only thing we're caring for the warfare is that eventually we're going to want to earn recognition so that maybe we can shoot up over here in the spot. Our prestige is already growing real quick. Our prestige is, I guess, 60% of the way to Great Britain. We could pump this up a lot later on with just building like tons of ships and stuff too, because it's a good way to generate a bunch of prestige. No reason to do that at this point of the game, and I would love to end number one. I think we can make it here as China. What's our government situation like? It's a good question. No. Law-wise, did we have any pots and pans for our laws? I don't really know. In terms of things we can run right now, I'm not sure. Child labor, are we still passing? We're still passing. No, we have it. Who would support this? Trade unions, who are marginalized, and the rural folk. Rural folk could be brought in here. Hang on, is anyone who's opposed? The industrialists oppose it, right. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. They want their cheap labor. So there's no way currently that I can bring in the rural folk without the industrialists. Well, without keeping our legitimacy reasonable. So I think what we're gonna do, we're no longer, we are bolstering the industrialists. Let me swap that over here. If I had realized this sooner, I would have done that. Okay, let's do this. Now, we are constructing a few rice farms over here to try to generate a little bit more cheap grain. We'll employ a few more people, which should help with the standard of living. And the other thing is, if we get some more farmers going on, theoretically, the rural folk might get a little bit more potent. We'll see. We are throwing in some food industry as well here because grocery prices are a little expensive. They do rely on grain, but all in all, I think, and to be honest, I don't really know how the good substitution systems work in this game, but I think the idea is if groceries are available, because this satisfies basic food need. So grain is the default, but 1 unit of groceries is equal to 1.5 units of grain. Fallen goods are mutually substitutable. So I think groceries are good because I think the conversion rates are really nice. You can see here 80 grain plus 30 sugar equals 120 groceries, which is the equivalent of 160 grain. So we're sort of doubling our grain kind of thing. Anti-Russia League. Trading with Bengal. I mean, I'll say yes, because it'll... Holy Bengal, when did this happen? Look at you! And yeah, you have a rivalry with Russia. Well, dang. I do think it would be fun to play with the East India Company one day. All right, a bunch of food industries finishing up here. Finishing up. There we go, finishing up. Still running this slight deficit. And Morocco, support independence, no. Foreign stuff, I mean, we could build it in Japan, but we're not gonna. Iron prices are still a little high. We have a fair amount of this. I just tried to hit escape. Close that and cancel, I think, 2 pop-ups. So we actually want to weaken the industrialists here. Strengthen the trade unions. Oh, rural folk is specifically what we'd like to do right now. The Despot of St. Petersburg. Post arbitrary and illiberal rule of the Tsar of Russia, literati has fallen in with the Anti-Russia League. That's good. Down with tyrants. Down with Russia. All right. Yeah, we are. I mean, we don't have any appeasement going on right now, but in theory, this is going to be there. They'll probably make some various demands or something, and we might be more than happy to do exactly that. Yeah, in hindsight, we empowered the industrialists a bit too much. The idea was to displace the scholar officials, but right now might not be the most useful. GDP skyrocketing still, maybe a little flat there. Literacy, standard living, 991. Modern nursing. Okay, we're going to probably want that for all of our military stuff. I'm wondering about disbanding one of our armies. Like, in terms of raw numbers, right? 277, and we have... No, I want the country. God dang it. No, like our country, thank you. 510. Now, they do also have... Excuse me. They do also have a lot of conscripts available. Maybe we do need the raw numbers, after all. So we can't guarantee that we're going to have a troop quality advantage. And I could probably start the war now, but I don't think there's any reason, because again, I'm worried that we're getting negative progression towards the earning recognition. And if people have already commented about some of these rates over here, there's a lot of pre-recording going on, so I may not have been able to take in your feedback. So we're just going to keep going based on my assumptions and things. And I still want to make sure that our country's in as good of a state as possible before we kick in anywhere else. Oh yeah, I still want to get the scholars out of this. Now this is powerful. Yeah, they have to stop being powerful. It's not about kicking them out of government, although kicking them out of government would potentially help. But we need them to not be powerful to start to advance that. How's our debt? 55 million in debt is not a small number. And 200,000 interest we're paying. So we do have that positive balance, but not by much. Now, it's probably okay that we did spend, because I think overall it moved us in the right direction. But man, oh man, would I like to not have that interest right now. Still, GDP, I mean, we keep seeing this number, well, just ticking down a little bit here, but generally speaking, is moving upwards. Restore landed voting. I think that's regressive, yeah? We have wealth voting right now, which is, yeah, more the way we want to go. I could temporarily raise taxes, but of course that would hurt the GDP, which is still kind of on its way downwards, and I wonder why that is. Let's take a look at our trade routes over here. If we have any unprofitable trade routes, most likely what it's doing is it's moving things in a wrong way to balance out some prices. I mean, maybe not entirely. Can't import grain. Could import some wood and be fairly profitable from the government side. Groceries, some from Bengal. Nice to be friends with them. And we have wicked amounts of paper. I don't know why we overproduced so much paper. Yeah, these don't actually need ships, which is nice. Liquor? Man, that's pretty small. I don't know if it's worth the administration. And tools. Apparently we've got some tools to spare. So we'll set up a few of those. Appreciate the funds and also stimulate the economy overall. Yeah, we have way more tools than we need. Are you overproducing tools there, private industry? I don't think there's any mode changes that have come up that matter currently. GDP is flatlining. Military stats. Repeaters is auto-spreading. I think it's fine. We want repeaters because we're going to want the machine guns. So we can start working on that. And, oh, hello, barracks. Yes, let's push this. It'll tweak some of the goods, but yeah, we want that as early as possible. Oh, yeah. Throughput. Now, the government in throughput is actually probably a good idea because it's helping the tax base. I don't think we need more trade volume. Oh, we can move to steam trains. Let's do that. Let's wait before we go to steel carriages. But yes to steam trains. And, oh, all the way up to breech loaders, please. Good. Good. And there we go. We are getting an uptick in things. A lot of artillery was being made, which might not need as much with the breech loaders, but we are going to build more artillery soon. All right, electrical generation has reached us. Now, I suspect these guys will push that. I don't think we'll have to subsidize the electrical industry, except maybe to originally start things in. Play for power with whom? The Confucian scholars, I'd rather not. -2 mood doesn't do anything, so we'll go ahead and accept that. Fertile ground. You want to come... What's your deal? Colonial exploitation. We're not interested in that. Yeah, even if it upsets the industrialists, who will still love me, so that's fine. Lobbyist lectures in Beijing. Yeah, let's do this. Bring down the Confucian scholars some more. That's fine. Okay. No problem there. Yeah. GDP definitely ticking up. Might be based on the rail changes. I don't know. A few more railways are being made. Yeah, our weak little fleet, which is still fine for now. I'm surprised there's not more of a wood industry built. I don't really want to go and build more right now. Government, we're not doing any spending right now. Let's take a look at our infrastructure. Everything is positive, and they are building some more. I mean, we did just go and upgrade to a new tier of it. So that's pretty good. What I could do is I could go ahead and take this on. If these railways are profitable, we could accept government spending to do it and boost that. But again, the private industry is doing some of the work. That's good. We are going to need more universities soon. So let's go and build them now. We'll sort by, again, job seekers, and I mean, we could sort by earnings, but, well, actually, in this case, it's not so bad. Let's build 5 in Szechuan. Which will cost us a little bit in maintenance, but I think is going to be okay. I mean, your qualifications seemed all right, but no, we'll get that going anyway. Always looking for maybe more grain. We could just build more farms. Although, well, farms to factories. The thing is, farms aren't for peasants. They're for farmers. Peasants is subsistence farms. So even building farms helps us go farms to factories, even though that might not entirely make some sense right off the bat, but there it is. Should I just build more construction sector? Our investment pool is still gaining. Now, admittedly, we're not using all the construction here. But the answer is yes. We have to build more construction sector. Wow. Okay. Well, Chongqing? I think is probably how that's pronounced. You'll get it. Freaking, you know what? Western Hubei? Going nuts, and we might just keep building some more. Let's go for it. We've got this investment pool. Let's drain that sucker. Let's drain it. I think we might end up building a bunch more than this. 2,300 construction. Those are rookie numbers. Should we just go to 5K right now? I mean, at some point there'll be arc welded buildings, but that is tricky because you need all the electricity and everything. I don't know that there's enough game left for us to go and do all the electrification. We shall see. Standard living 90th. GDP. Yeah, it still needs to skyrocket. All right. Yeah, sort by job seekers. Hunan. Shandong. Wuhan. Maybe Szechuan as well. Let's see what it looks like after I finish these. But I'm betting yes. I'm betting very yes. I'm betting I should have done it ages ago. Which is what I keep thinking. Cotton plantations. Hitting 3,000 construction. Predicting red right now, even if we weren't constructing, but I'm suspecting that's not entirely clear and accurate. But we still have some levers we could pull. Do you use iron directly? No, I didn't think so. Steel, glass, so we might need more of those industries, but again, I'm probably not going to build them myself. Okay, repeaters unlocked. We're going to activate that mode. Hand-cranked machine gun, yes, that one's very important. There was something else I was about to do. Oh, right, yes, the repeaters mode. So urban arms industry, go repeating rifles. You think you'll lose money, and that's going to have to be okay for now. Electric streetlights I can't quite do. Man, do we electrify? I mean, we could electrify in some places. But for now, screw it. Another 50 construction offices. Because we want to drain that. We are currently, you know, running cash a little low, a little fast. But I think this is just going to continue to make that skyrocket, which is what we want. What I don't like is that what we're doing here is our interest payments are getting worse and worse. Untrained hands. Do that one. Expand power plants. Any building has level 5. Just any. Okay. Tell you what we're going to do. Oh! Interesting. We do have some. Right now, there's no demand. Hang on, let me do that. And then the urban center over here, we're going to do this. So we're going to create some electrical demand purely with this. Yes, you're going to have a shortage. Unfortunately, I can't turn only some of you into this mode. It's not an option. But we're going to do this. We're short 243 power. How much do we get per power plant? 0.77 per level can't actually be right. That must be showing what it's producing with level 1, but that's... What a weird tooltip! Like, this is my current level with this amount, is I think what it's showing. Oh, this mode here, 50. Okay. So that's 250, which I think would still be a shortage, isn't it? We're short by 243 right now. It'll be about right. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll build those. We'll get Beijing electrified. We'll lose tons of money. So be it. Market, trade routes. This steel, we're going to cancel that. Probably doesn't reflect the current balance of things. Does anyone want paper? Does anyone ever makes an excess of paper? So I was expecting us to be able to export more than we are, but all right. Iron, the fact that this cost is going up, are we exporting a bunch? No, just 152. Really? People aren't buying our steel or iron either. I mean, I guess the price is a little higher, so it kind of makes sense that they wouldn't want to. But I thought that maybe the price was higher because they were. So we could probably build iron mines forever. And they would build fast. And they help the rest of our industry. I wonder if, as the government, it would make sense for us to go and invest in the iron mines. You know, at this point in the game, is it possible I just might never go bankrupt? Like, we could keep expanding our debt forever, and as long as the game ends before we actually go bankrupt, maybe it makes sense. Support your independence. Canada, I would love to. I would absolutely love to. You know... We're going to build a bunch of iron mines. Because this is going to trickle through the entirety of our economic system here. Employ more people. Bring in more things. The standard of living continues to go up. Of course, it goes up in a lot of the rest of the world as well. This, again, we're hitting that kind of vertical line feel, which is great. We are almost at 5K construction. That's crazy. And even, yeah, so this is going down even with government spending right now. So, I mean, this is still represents, again, let's say this was 1 million without us. This still represents 400, or 44 weeks. Yes? No. No, if it was 1 million, it would be 443 weeks worth of investment pool, which is still a long time. I think we can go and build more construction industry because the private industry is clearly using it. This is crazy. I don't think we've ever been in quite this position before. All right. And we'll sort by job seekers, because it seems fairly reasonable. Screw it. All these. Go. Go, go, go. We're very dependent on these guys building a non-insane thing. Now, power plants. These are done now in Beijing. Are you telling me you are not fully employed? You are fully employed. You're not turning a huge profit right now. But it is going up. And that's without a subsidy. Okay. What I might do is I might do this in more than one place. With, like, if it makes sense for the urban center. Now, if I were to downgrade over here yet... Oh, actually, downgrade all the way here would be arguably better off. You do need more transport in Beijing. So it might make sense for us to go to steel railway cars. It's possible it makes sense to do it everywhere. I'll do it here anyway. Yeah, transportation is still ridiculously expensive. There we go. Okay, a little less so. All right, fine. As a whole, and this will stimulate the steel industry, let's switch everything over to steel passenger carriages, which doesn't actually cause a shortage of steel, weirdly enough. All right. Strange. But we'll take it. Stable supply of power. Unlimited power. We're gonna go towards the steam turbine side. Whistle stop tour for the... no, actually, I want them to... I'd like to lose momentum, but I guess that's not going to be the case here. I guess we'll just do that. Because again, I might want to move the industrialists out and the rural folk in, which doesn't seem like it's going to work. Are you really having a trouble with your... I wonder if changing my railway mode, there might be some hiring cycle happening. There might be different employment happening. Because you're still subsidized, so that's not a problem. You're still there. Are you really complaining about a lack of infrastructure in places for the construction? I mean, apparently so. Let's take a look. Yeah, you're fully employed. Oh, this generates fewer... No, it doesn't change infrastructure. It just changed the transportation total. Okay, well, as the government, I'm going to step in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Get all these guys positive. Fruitful endorsement. Communications click, I don't know. I don't know. Alright. Don't know if the right thing is happening here, but we'll see. There you go. I think sometimes it just takes a tick for them to recalculate, because now there's a ton of stuff requeued over here. And that might be all. It just takes them a moment to realize what's what. The Prussian flu? Hope it doesn't reach China. Oh, is it time for... This is basically the Spanish flu timing, isn't it? I think maybe. They just picked a different nation name. Okay. It's going to hurt our GDP. But I'm a little bit worried about this continuing to bleed. No beer, no vote. Go Liberal Party. No, I think we're okay where we are. Okay. But in theory, without this construction, this will burn off a little bit of that. That interest payment is now 330K. Now, a lot of that money is supposed to be within our own population, so they're getting those interest payments. And therefore, it is helping their GDP in other ways, but we still need to control the treasury a little bit. Hand crank machine guns. Okay. I'm going to suggest that that is us kind of ready for war here. Pump jacks. Rubber mastication. All right, let's help to finish rubber mastication and then see where we go from there. We were still running a negative there? That's crazy. That is crazy. Porcelain's not going to tax the poor. Let's do that. Okay, minus 1.3 million, I think is... Well, it's alternating now. Oh, that's weird. Oh, now the construction's going down. That's building up. This will fluctuate back and forth. I don't like it when they're not going, because during that time, the steel industries and tool industries might suffer a little bit. Waiting for infrastructure... All those motor industries might be good for expanded railroads. Could you also build more roads? Is there a mode for railroads I could be doing that? Oh, hello, logging camps. I didn't realize. Oh, that's the electric sawmills. Right. No, there's no ownership mode for me right now. Okay. Didn't there used to be an option? Is it part of the economic model? Yeah, I guess some of these guys, it is just owned completely privately. Sorry about your standard of living there, Pops. I mean, maybe these would be places to look into doing some expansion. You have a lot of peasants. I mean, if we're going to build anything, it might be here. I kind of wish this screen would show you profitability. I mean, we can sort of see, like, mouse over and figure out what would be profitable to build in these places. I gotta assume coal mines must be somewhat... It would be profitable, but not as much as one might expect. You got a lot of turmoil now. Part of it might just be your low standard of living. Are grain prices still high? They are high. So why don't you go and build some rice farms? There you go. That'll bring down your rice cost locally. I might do the same thing everywhere. Oh, you can't. Oh, you're completely full of opium. Okay. That's interesting. I'll set you up with one food industry here. You have actual unemployed and no peasants. Wow. I don't know how much I've seen that. We may have just changed them. Same thing here. No peasants, lots of unemployed. Is there something that's preventing subsistence farming from kicking in here? Oh, it's because we took literally every piece of land for the plantations. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever seen this before. There is no arable land left, so they can't do subsistence farms. So these people are 100% unemployed. So we should absolutely do something about that. Well, let me get you a power plant, because you've got some power need. Road transportation cost is shockingly high here. Build another one of those. How's your food industry profitability? Pretty decent. Let's bring up a couple of notches. That's still not going to touch anything. Wow. Okay. Socialism unlocked. Well, some of these people might be quite excited about that idea. Okay, there's still peasants here. Let me make sure to lock in some rice. I didn't realize one of the things going on here, I think, is that our capitalists are building these cash crops and not food crops. I'm going to fill you up with 19 of these rice farms. Formosa has got one and only one, and it's not making money, which is interesting. Yeah, you got the unemployed. Food industry's not that profitable. Well, you don't have the local goods for it either. Wow. Yeah, no more raw resources can be harvested here at all. This would need industrial stuff. Just looking at what they've already got, see what would be more profitable. So we get about 1K a week from the furniture manufacturing. And you have a small logging camp, not much. Textiles wouldn't be terrible. Let's build you some of those in Formosa. And Fujian over here, yeah, 1.4 million unemployed. I'm gonna fill... Oh, these rice paddies are having some hard time employing people. That's interesting. Food industry should be good here. Yeah, I was gonna say, because you've got local rice. Hugely good. Let's bring it up to 30 right now. Our economy scale might actually be 50 currently, but still. Minus 5% authority, a little standard living in one place. I think that's probably okay. Petit bourgeoisie gets a little... Sure, whatever. This guy resigns. He's protectionist. I don't think I want a protectionist, actually. So, you know what? I'm going to let him resign. And there's no guarantee that we got a replacement that's more convenient. Oh, we got a reformer here. Primary school support as well? That's actually really good. Hold on. Hold on. One of the things with me moving my government from the industrialist to the rural is to support this. And now we've got it. The scholar officials would hate it. This would... It's going to tank our taxation for a little while because of this. And yeah, it was notable. Interesting enough, we're losing 1 million, but it would be positive if we weren't constructing, despite the taxation hit over here. And that's only going to be temporary. Okay. Rubber mastication. I'm going to go Steam Donkey because I think we'll want the pump jack. If I were to look at the... Is that under resource? I guess it is, right? But it's not... We must not have any. Okay, so that could be an example. I talked about maybe needing to do expansions or something. Dynam, what's your situation? You have defensive pact. Oh, with Russia. Oh. All the more reason for us to become maybe a greater power and just make our own power block. Spectre hunting the world. What is this? Socialist unrest within China. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, we're trying to help these guys with all their unemployment. Surprised maybe they're not building more industry over there, because you'd think there'd be lots of cheap labor in those provinces, but must be, you know, with the supply of goods, there must still be better stuff in other places. And building tooling workshops, despite the fact that the price is below. That's really interesting. Let's increase the success chance. Actually, I didn't even look at the other option. For all I know, it could have been more, but I would be surprised. Are we about breaking even despite going under construction here? What? Oh no, we were running low on the queue. Okay, positive money. Hopefully helping out some stuff. Waiting for other private construction, and we might still be able to increase our construction. 90 or 84th, 79th. Okay, that's still going well. Education continues to go well as well. And so this is just to get rid of the retreat. That's not even the advancing side of this. We'll time out. I think it will time out. Will be weakened in the near future. And it is expanding. Turmoil, states with loyalists. No one's supporting a council republic, but it is growing. I don't know. Maybe we have a communist revolution. We just play through it. Okay. Sure. Sure. Now, when we mobilize, I'm going to want the extra supplies over here. In fact, we're going to want all these supplies. Which might be a little tricky. And then we still got this because we do have some sugar to spare as far as I know. I really should do these two. And these guys are not mobilized, so I think it's fine to do. Okay. I'm going to agree. Mobilize all armies. Oh, we need... We'll get some armed forces people in here. Promote. Promote. Now, this is not a civil war, so I think we actually will be able to add a secondary goal. And I wonder if that will count for our purposes of completing a goal here. Armed forces. Oh, no, I guess I'm fine with the industrialists being powerful now. Yeah, because we've got a reformer. Well, I guess we're going to take one of these scholar officials. The pool refreshes from time to time, but I don't know how long it takes, and probably not quickly enough to be relevant. I should move some of your guys over here. You have too much in one little stack. So let's pick an army that is over here. And I'll bring you down by 22. Which is going to be perfect for a couple of 100s, actually. Okay. Oh, you might have been a cocaine addict or something. I don't know. Oh, well. He's there now. Promote. And it would be nice to do this in bulk. All these guys here should be on defend because they're pure... No, not pillage. They are pure infantry armies. They're not very good at pushing. Now, things still get sort of shared between these different armies, a little more complicated. Now, this one can push, our offensive one, because you actually have 50 artillery, so you could consider pushing. There's only one front currently. It'd be nice to, like, bulk send everyone to just one front, but okay. Okay, I think that's everyone mobilized. We'll be able to see in a moment. And so I can add a war goal, huh? Well, I would like war reparations. That's what I want. Money. I don't need any land, but I would love to push this. Can I add you to the primary? It's not allowed for China, no. Which is annoying because the war could end without me actually getting that benefit. An expert. Lose 3 grand, which is nothing. Industrialists called for expert political strength. I mean, maybe, actually. This is a big chance of success. Well, okay, with the percentages, the expected value is kind of mid-mid. All right, no, we'll just take a one-time hit. Haul you in, that's going to have to be okay. Yeah, all of our armies are moving to the front, which is great. Hopefully their org builds up quickly enough. And, oh, ammunition shortage by 500. Okay, well, what we're going to do is we are going to build more of these. First of all, our modes are good, right? Yep, okay. So, yeah, we're just going to build more munitions plants. I don't have anything in my government queue, which is great. I don't have to worry about alt-clicking. It will take 22 weeks to get there, but so be it. We'll get you some bullets to the front, I promise. We'll just take a tick. Oh, artillery as well, short by 300. We're going to bring some in from Bengal. And then... nice earnings. Go until that number goes negative. Great. I should have checked those numbers ahead of the war, but so be it. There was a little bit of warning there for a second. Seemed to be okay. Guangzhou has got a slight shortage over here. Okay, it's going to be at the bottom of the queue. But we'll get that fixed up. All right, positive numbers for a second here. Oh, we get the stupid plague. Please don't affect the strength of our army, because that would be annoying. We could have planned a naval invasion, but I don't think there's much reason to do that. Boy, that is going to be busy. One thing that might be useful, actually, you don't have a railroad at all, is because I believe infrastructure affects... You've got one, but no hired? No, you're fully hired. You don't have any money. Yeah. Infrastructure does affect the combat width and stuff that can be done. If nothing else, it might be wise to get one railway everywhere. You have an available decision. What is it? Oh, pandemic response. Lockdown. 2 provinces get... Yeah. No, let's lock down these 2 provinces. That's a good idea. I missed that we had a response there. Language of the classroom. I think we'll be pro-simulation right now. Industrials still love me to the max. We'll go that way, that's fine. Is there one more? No, we're done? Okay. Still would love the compulsory primary school. Okay, to arms. So we get some advances. Is this still backwards? I think it is. Oh, and we are doing the push. Nice. Our offense is slightly more than defense. And we should have lots of troops, including lots of reinforcements available. I guess we had a few trade routes going to Russia. Let me cancel these non-productive ones as well. That makes a lot of sense. Prussian flu spreads. Dang it. Okay. We don't have a healthcare system. That's probably not all that helpful. I'm sorry, we're short 24,000 wood. French, British, Italian, Spanish, Prussian, even though you've got some plagues. And a little more there. That might hit too many boats, but we'll see. Iron? How much are we short by? 12,000. Lead. Short by 8,000. Okay. Paper. It's all sorted by productivity. Let's let that trickle a little, and then we'll see if there's an update. Fruit. And not much, but we'll send some to Egypt, I guess. Okay. Yeah, losing money. Not a surprise while we're at war. Oh. I think you were probably supposed to merge in with someone. And I probably interrupted things. Here. You have too many generals, but so be it. Alright. So that's winning. That's looking good. And... I'm sorry, Italy? Oh, Italy's on our side! I didn't look at who else is involved in this. Russian allies include Finland. I think these are all puppets, yeah. And the Baltic Governorates. And then there's us. There's Italy. There's Muhammara. Now, this will create a truce over here, which I guess is fine. If we're going to start things on our own, we might wait. What's unpinned over here? War wounded. If we have field hospitals, which maybe I should have, but push, 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 push. I don't suppose I can be like, I really want to make sure this is in here, huh? Maybe faithful by Free States of America. All right. Have they gone and become like a theocracy or something? They're a republic. I mean, it'd be a crazy idea. Imagine America becoming some sort of like Christo-fascist theocracy. That'll never happen. All right, we have a little bit more war enthusiasm than Russia. Not by much, but some. And we do keep seeming to push, 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 push. We could take territory faster if we did have some calves. Maybe I should throw everyone on push just to keep this faster. Well, you know what we can do is, well, first of all, this army here. Let me move one over to there. Why not? Is that because they're in a war? They might be engaged in battle. Move at least one military unit or command. Oh, right, I have to hit this button. That's right. Okay, and then here, let's have you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get some artillery. Oh, you don't... This will demobilize the units. Okay, let's do that. Then we'll remobilize you after. This is going to be our second offensive army. Okay. Oh, they're moving some troops. There might be a second front that's opened up, and they're trying to reposition over here. With socialist ideas sweeping through China, the Sun government has decided that drastic concessions to arrest its progress must be considered. There's sufficient momentum for rapid policy change. Greater wages, wage subsidies. So this would automatically trigger wage subsidies under welfare, which we really want old age pension. Labor rights, I think, is okay. I think labor rights is good. There's a bureaucracy cost, but we've got it. Yeah, okay. Guarantee better conditions for workers. Go, go, go. Still losing a little bit of money, but barely so, and that's while we're on a war footing. Which is really nice. What's this journal entry? People's Revolution. Yeah. 5 years. If we go and enact a council republic. I don't know if we've got progress or support for that. Other people. Favorably appeal to 20% more loyalists from standard living increases. Let's do that. We could use some loyalists. Maybe. Okay, no construction in the queue. Still losing money, but again, it's while we're at war. It's kind of reasonable. I'm sorry, we got a revolution? Preserve child labor allowed. Seriously? Okay, let's shrink some time here. These guys are that cranky about it. Well, it's 47%. This just started. I think we might be okay. Although I'm wondering, with my government... Okay, 95% righteous. Good. Okay, that's without the scholars. We need to keep them fairly good. Enemy in default. So, okay, second offensive army, which is here. Yeah, you're remobilizing. Okay, I'm going to go and tell you you can be on advanced front now. So as you get back in... Oh, I think this is resetting as the new units are coming in, which is fine. Which is totally okay. At some point, you will be fully mobilized and you'll get to the front. Civil War minus 5%. Scholars get strength. Minus 10% and they weaken. Let them go. We're going to do this. Okay, reset the Civil War progression completely. I'm going to cancel this trade agreement. And yeah, it's okay. Just when you're fully ready to go, join in the front and try to push. You know what? Italy, we're being bros right now in this war. Let's see what we can do. This is being lost here. I don't suppose I can send people to this front, can I? Oh, I can, actually. Do this. You can help push back. Because it's still set to defensive, but you will try to retake territory that is lost by doing this. And presumably this is lost territory. In any case, I mean, we've got a huge negative, so that must be happening. Okay, we've had a republican form of government for many years. Oh, the last monarchists. No harm nostalgia. No, no helpless nostalgia. We'll lose these identities so we don't go backwards. No longer royalist. I think that's good. Compulsory primary school. Steam donkeys just finished, which we don't care about steam donkeys by itself, but the pump jacks for oil might prove to be useful. Yeah, still a huge penalty on wood. I'm wondering if as a government I should decide to expand our wood industries. Bet you the earnings would be pretty high. Ooh, are we actually like tapping out our maximum amount of wood production that we can do? I wonder if there's some buildings that could be switched out of wood consumption. So 100% over here. I think this army. No, that's not my army. Oh, and this is one of my offensive armies. I hadn't realized I'd moved one of my offensive ones, but you know what? Great, perfect. Because you theoretically will push this back. And then after that, we'll go back to having just one front. Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of combat width available here, unfortunately. We have so many troops that it would be nice to take advantage of that, but... What is... No, what, that message. Oh my god. Unclickable. Oh, increased recovery rate. This is one province. 20%. This is the entire nation, 10%. We'll do the entire nation 10% recovery rate. Yeah, they're minus 10 right now. I'm really curious if A will get the war reps, and B if that will count towards the earning recognition. Oh, there we go. We've occupied all this. And then, yeah, you're going to come back to the original front. Good. Not a lot of pushing that is happening here. How's that second offensive army? Fully mobilized at the front. You're there. Why are you only 92 of 120? Oh, because you don't have all your artillery yet. Okay, that's pretty legit. This mobilizing keeps tweaking here, I think, as the new ones come in. I don't know if that prevents you from being here or if it's resetting some of your stats. Hopefully it's not too much. Italy's pushing there. We're pushing here. Kind of wish the background of this or some other thing was colored or percentaged somewhere so we could see what the status is. Russia's being pushed back there. Yeah, Russia's losing on every single battlefront. Okay. We're going to speed this up. Now, if we start to notice less success... Well, let me leave you on defense, just because it's more... If we start to notice less success, we'll go and reset these guys. But we're willing to throw in more things, get higher percentage of push. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't know if they can push simultaneously on multiple things the same way. Maybe it doesn't work that way. Okay. How much am I paying for my subsidies? Quite a lot. Let me cancel this. And I'm going to put on automatic expansion here. Trade unions, political strength, I'm actually kind of okay with. Finland's in default. I mean, it's not their fault they got dragged into the war. Okay, yeah, they're like... Yes, war reps. And that did count for recognition. Now, the question is this going to move? And I suspect it will tick down, which is going to tick me off. To sort of kind of have it wasted. But maybe not. At least it answered a question of, hey, how much are we getting from this war? And the answer is apparently only 40 points, or 20%. So we definitely need the other things to be in play. We might not be regressing. Because, I mean, I don't... Yeah, we don't get a bar so we know how much of a change it's making, which is a little annoying. But since we have the literacy high enough and voting rights, I guess we're countering enough stuff that we're just breaking even here. And I guess that's something. So these, yeah, are presumably all profitable railways. What I will do is I'll knock that off again here. This wood, man. Okay, how about we change our shipping? Oh yeah, no, I still can't do this. Why? Because we don't have gantry cranes. Where do we get gantry cranes? Hold on. I think it might be under social. I might be wrong about that. It's not weirdly under military, is it? It is. Hang on. Let's do that to get our next tier of shipping. That'll save some wood. Anything else I can do? I'm not sure. Does electrifying everywhere make sense? I don't know if that actually advances our GDP. Well, one thing, actually. So if I do this is only going to happen in places where there is electricity. So that happened in Yunnan, which apparently has electricity. Well, it doesn't have much. But yeah, you do have a power plant. Now there's a demand for it, which should build. Yes. I mean, slowly, but yes. Now, that might be hurting our wood production in short term. Ooh, convoys went negative. I think one of the trade routes wants to level up, and it can't. Naval base level. Sure. Ports over here. Get a few here. I think that's okay. Yeah, we're spending $500,000 per week on construction, but I'm not sure that I hate that. We might do some auto expand on the railway again soon. It is interesting that the private industry will do this. I guess the other thing I can do... Okay. What's the solution if I did want to bootstrap? Because we could do it very easily with the urban centers. We need a certain amount to get started and then just focus entirely on expanding just the electricity for a while. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. I mean, in theory, anywhere where there is wood production, we could electrify that. But maybe we should do one province at a time. So Beijing, you've got logging camps, you've been set over, but you only have the 2, which is annoying. Shaanxi over here, only 7 logging camps. I was going to say, might be a good place to electrify, but 9. Where do we have a lot of forests? I guess the way to do it is if we looked at our logging camps and sorted by numbers. Northern Manchuria. So let's build electricity here. Like 5 power plants. And then once that's in play... Oh, and I'll subsidize you to make sure you've got things hired and ready to go. Once you're there, then we'll go and electrify your logging camps. Okay, I like that. That's all that's in our queue right now. Actually, we're kind of on the break-even. Clouds on horizon. Education, this... Fear... Oh, yeah. Join the Anti-Russian League. We're hugely keen on that. Crop failure. That is so expensive. But famine. I mean, presumably only this one place. Screw it. We don't care. You're waiting. No state infrastructure. Again, I think that's just... It's got to recalculate some stuff. But it is possible we've got some infrastructure shortages. In which case, why don't you build more rail... Okay, actually, that is... Wow. That is quite a bit. So you actually need 10. You need maybe slightly less than 10, but... This is not going to resolve all these shortages. But, somewhat. Okay. Actually, wood prices are going down a little bit already. Now, electricity shortage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and subsidize all the electrical panels for a little bit. Yeah. And we're no longer subsidizing the railroads, which might not be good. I want to take a look at... yeah, some of these are having some real problems. Dang it. All right. Keep the railway subsidized as well. Otherwise, we're going to have some major problems. Fine, fine, fine. Fair, fair, fair. That's probably why these numbers got so negative. This might actually be not entirely required everywhere. Man, we're building a lot of these simultaneously. Law and order. Momentum for the religious people? No. Social democratic people. That seems fine. Although then the conservatives are going to get their own boost anyway. Boy, these power plants take a long time to build. So yeah, deficit is growing, but I think the game might just end before that becomes an issue. Okay, and yeah, even with our construction, this is going down. So I don't think we're going to be building any more construction sectors. Well, maybe for a while, but possibly not until the end of the game. Social internationalism. Screw it. Let's do it. Let's see what we can do to have a socialist revolution here. Am I 55 minutes into this episode? Quill, come on, dude. Settle. Man, you're just too excited to play games. All right. Earning recognition, we're still here. Yeah, we're still treading water on that. But it does mean what I can do is I could cycle the next time we get a truce with Russia. We can just cycle that war over and over. And, I mean, over and over. There's only so much time left, but we're still hoping that we get some of these other categories. 6% GDP. So we're almost out of the bottom 50 for GDP. Standard living still needs some work, but maybe we'll get there. Maybe electricity will be part of it. I don't think that's actually how it works, but maybe. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.